Well, Johnnie Jackson, of course, everybody at the club after last week's result hurting, yourself included. How have you gone about addressing that this week?
We've doubled down on the hard work on the training pitch. Obviously, we had a good look at the game back, the fallout, some uncomfortable conversations on the back of it, and everyone, the whole football club, myself, my staff, players, we've got a point to prove, haven't we, this weekend, because that hurt, and I know it hurt supporters. So it's important that we see a reaction. We try and put things right best we can, and we can't allow that to happen again. So it's been all systems go as far as the preparation for this one, and we really need to put in a performance.
There's a possibility over the next two games we could finish closer to mid-table, bit of respectability about that. Then again, we could finish 22nd. No player wants that on their CV.
No. Listen, we want to finish the season as strong as we can. 6 points to play for, and that's what we need to aim for. So, starting with Saturday, we want to really put in a positive performance on the back of last week, and really try and end the season on some positivity. Give the supporters something to go home with, and obviously there's lots of work for us to do in the summer, and it's already started. We're already, as soon as that whistle goes at Grimsby, that hard work will really start. We want to approach these last two games and come out of it with some real positivity.
You've come in from the outside this season. It's been your first season. What have you made of the club?
It's a fantastic football club, and supporters are at the heart of it, absolutely. And what we wanted to do and what we will do going forward is give supporters a team they can be proud of, a Wimbledon team, and we've seen that numerous times this season. Turn of the year when we was on the brink of the playoffs and difficult to beat, looking really strong, and for various reasons we've fallen away. There's been challenges with the January window, with the injuries that we picked up, and it's made it the second half of the season really difficult, and that's been the case over the last few seasons at the club. So obviously we need to learn those lessons, and we need to put in place a structure now, which is already balls rolling with that. Put in place a structure so that next season we can be even stronger in the second half of the season, and back up the good work that we've done in the first half of this season. And there's lots of lessons learned, and I've learnt loads in my time, done more so about the football club and the fan base, and what they expect, what they demand, and what they want to see, and that's what we want to deliver.
Of course, it's our last home game of the season against Tranmere, expecting another big crowd as well. And when you're attracting new players, that's still going to be a big selling point. That stadium is fantastic, isn't it?
Oh, it's brilliant. Yeah. So obviously that's a big pull as far as when we're talking to players and we're showing them the facilities. That everyone who comes to that ground, comments on Plough Lane, and what a fantastic place it is to play football. And obviously next season that'll be part of our pull, but it also needs to become our fortress as well. And obviously the supporters play a huge part in that. It's up to us to deliver the team that they want to see, and embody that Wimbledon spirit, and then of course they'll get behind the team, and that's what we need to do. We need to make that place as nice and pretty as it is. It needs to be a place where opposition teams don't want to come, and they're dreading coming. And again, we've seen that at times this season. Not enough, but certainly on occasions. Thinking back to the Orient game where those league leaders coming down, and obviously we took it to them on Tuesday night under the lights. That's probably the benchmark. That's what we need to look back on and say, well, that's where we was. We was in a really good spot at that time. What are the reasons why we fell away from that? And that needs to be our full focus to get back to that sort of team.
But of course as well, Tranmere Rovers away, that was one of our best performances of the season too. Remember the celebrations there, but they're going to be motivated to come here and kind of really rub our noses in it at the end of the season now.
Yeah, of course. Every team's got something to play for. Whether doesn't matter where they are in the league and stuff like that. Everyone will have their own motivations. We went to their place and beat them, and obviously that was during that period where we had a full roster. We was looking really strong, and we was a tough side to play against, and we performed really well that day. Got a great result. and obviously we want to back that up, but they'll be thinking, you know, they don't want us to do the double over them, so gives the game a little bit of edge, which is good because we need it. We need to have that edge about us, and yeah, it should be, you know, it should be a fiercely competitive game.
Team news, any updates on Alex Pearce and Josh Davison? Could they play a part?
Yeah, we're hopeful. Josh, he started to reintegrate into training this week, so yeah, we're hopeful that Josh can play some sort of part. Pearce, he's a bit further behind. Probably looking to step his training up next week. Hopefully he can be involved in that last game. Obviously we're running out of time now with the games and stuff, you know. See two crucial players for us that have ended up missing a huge chunk of football, which obviously makes things more difficult, but if we can get them back out before the end of the season, you know, it'll give everyone a lift, so hopeful that those guys can be involved.
Any other news to report on the team news?
No, everyone come through the game, Swindon game unscathed, but obviously with a you know, a dent to our pride, and with a point to prove now. So yeah, that will be our main focus today on the training pitch, and obviously when we arrive tomorrow at the stadium.
Absolutely, and of course, as you said as well, it's so important to send the fans away. It'll be a lot of them for their last game of the season coming to a home game, send them away optimistic and upbeat. Absolutely,
yeah. That's our main focus tomorrow. We want to put in a performance first and foremost that they can get behind, and they always do. You know, when we're giving them something to shout about, the crowd's unbelievable the way they get behind us, and that needs to be there from the get-go. If we get that performance right, if you do that more often than not, results will follow. But we need to concentrate on that performance, giving the supporters something to shout about, and send them away with some positivity.
Brilliant. Thanks for your time, Johnny.
Cheers.